14 of the National Police Service Act, and also Article 232, line 1G, which requires that the Commission or the Parliament or the President, whenever an appointment or a promotion is being done, it must be done in a competitive way, where the position is declared and all those who feel they are competent, they are ready to do the job, they are invited to express their interest in the job. So we will be seeing the candidates one by one. It is a normal interview. We will be taking them through a structured process of engagement to try and evaluate their preparedness and their readiness to perform in the office of Deputy Inspector General. Along with that, you are also aware that we have gone through some previous process. We have already shortlisted the candidates. We did publish all the candidates who applied for this position, and we went through the first stage of selection and shortlisting, so that from about 38 or so applicants, we have singled out 4 best for each position. So there will be 4 candidates for the position of the DIG Kenya Police Service. There will be 4 candidates for position of DIG Administration Police Service. We have tried to do our best. This is an internal competition of our staff. There is nobody who comes from outside the police service who is qualified to compete for this position. So we are dealing with our staff, staff whom we know, staff whom we have seen perform, and we know their competencies. Because the requirement for this position, you must be a serving police officer who have attained the rank of Assistant Inspector General and above. And therefore, among all those who are in that rank, they were open and free to compete for the position. We will be looking at all-round person, a good leader, a good commander, a person who can be confident to lead the officers of other ranks below, and also a person who can be able to lead change and reforms in the National Police Service, as you are aware that there is a lot of reforms that are ongoing right now in the National Police Service. I also want to say that the things that this person will be expected to do once you become successful is also among them to be able to make sure that the morale of the officers, the leadership of the officers, the guidance of the officers is also done as per the requirement of the law. He will be in charge of formations and units within the service. He will also be in charge of the men and women in uniform who are distributed all over this country. So it is a very serious and competent job. We are doing part of this process. The law and the Constitution requires that a Deputy Inspector General is appointed by His Excellency the President on recommendation of the Commission. So we are not completing the process by ourselves. We are doing the part that Commission is supposed to do to find the most preferred, the most suitable candidate, and we make recommendations. And from there, the appointing authority will also do his other part. It is good for you to also know that we have, among the candidates, we've tried to have a gender distribution to the best that we could. There are men and women who applied. We'll also be meeting candidates of both gender, women, and also men in this. And all of them will have a fair and equal opportunity before this panel. I think for now it is only that we can be able to say, but it is good to call upon the public. We opened a portal for participation for the public. I am sure it is still live. We are checking and following. So any member of the public who has anything to say about any of these candidates, we are live, and you can see our system is already showing. So far, and without a prejudice, we are considering all submissions by the public, from the public, and should we find merit in whatever complaint or whatever issue that have been raised, we will be able to address it here and make the right decision. You know where our country is. We know what role the police officers play in this country to maintain law and order and to ensure that life and property is also secured. As Kenyans, we have a duty to support this noble mission, this noble work that is done by the police officers. And I want to call my fellow Kenyans at this moment. It is time to support our police officers so that they can be able to perform their duty with morale, and also call upon Kenyans. Police officers are human beings. They are our sons and daughters. Please, as they help you, as they help Kenyans to go about their duty, also help the police officers to perform their duty the way they are supposed to perform. We saw in the previous days that have been there, we've seen some very good Kenyans who have assisted the police officers in the course of doing their duty. We have seen police officers being supported, even being helped from being harmed by the citizens of this country. I want to commend such good gesture by the citizens. A few, I know that we have had police officers who have been hurt, who have been also been injured, and we've had some Kenyans who have not been very kind to police officers. I want to call upon everyone to support our police officers at all the time whenever you find them in the line of their duty. And equally to police officers, I want to ask you, you are our good and esteemed employees. We mind and we are concerned for your welfare. We do everything that we can to make sure that you are also taken care, that you are in good health, that you and also your families are taken care. We ask you to do your job professionally the way you have been trained and shown how to do it. Do not have or allow anger to control or to come in when you are doing your job professionally. Handle the citizens with care, handle the citizens the way they should, especially in the light of the many crowd control and public order events that we have seen going on. No police officer should be hurt. Also, citizens must also exercise restraint whenever they are working so that we can have our country. We can have a country to talk about. And without even commenting much, I know that the democratic space in Kenya is one of the best. It's one of the best. Our country has one of the best democracy. But let's use it well, let's use it in the right way so that we can have a country. When you talk of reasoning is two ways. The government reasons, but also the one who is asking us to reason need also to reason so that you can receive the feedback of what you have asked. And I think this one cannot be better said than what we have seen. We've seen a lot of changes. We've seen the leadership of this country taking action to demonstrate that really this is a reasoning government. And therefore, when you've been given chance to be heard, also it's fair that you also give the other side a chance to give you feedback. And the best way is also to reason. So let's reason to each other. Let's talk with each other. And as we settle on getting the two heads of services, the DIG Kenya Police Service and DIG Divisional Police Service, I am sure they will be able to give that leadership so that we can have a discussion, we can have a dialogue, we can have a conversation, and we solve the challenges of every day that are facing us. And with that, I think I have said much, so it is good that we allow you to take a break so that we can continue with our candidates and the exercise that is ahead of us. Thank you.
That is Mr. Eliud Kinothia, who's the chairperson of the National Police Service Commission. And they are meeting today at the Kenya School of Government, and they are conducting interviews for the Deputy Inspector General.